Sports Interactive just gave us an exclusive look into the future of FM24 and FM25. There's some amazing features that they've mentioned that are going to be coming in the near future, and one of them even includes a brand new graphics engine. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about 10 features that I believe we could be seeing in the near future, whether it be FM24 or FM25. I will be ranking them from most likely to least likely. So coming in at the most likely thing, the easiest thing that they could probably implement within FM24 is new media interaction. We have gotten these same questions, given the same answers for years now at this rate. Yes, I believe it was 2 iterations ago that it in like 500 something new lines. So why not implement something to make it more interesting, or at least add a boatload of new lines, which I'm sure you could just have an AI write up. Which, speaking of that, having AI would probably help a little bit with this, because that has been a suggestion over on Twitter by plenty of people in the FM community. Coming in at number 2, we have match sound. I feel that there is definitely potential to do a lot more with that. Make it way more entertaining and make it to where people actually want to have on the audio, because to be quite frank, the fans can get pretty loud and pretty annoying, because it's just the same thing over and over again. The yells, the olays, the whatever it may be. There is definite potential there. You could have it to where there are intro songs, to where there's anthems, where you have You'll Never Walk Alone for Liverpool, or Blue Moon for Man City, Ala Madrid for Real Madrid. There is plenty of things or chants that could be implemented. Yes, there's probably some licensing that would go into that, but I definitely think that it could be done. Coming in at number 3 is AI Newgen Faces, which they have mentioned that they are going to be looking in to really upgrading Newgen Faces in the near future. I think that AI can definitely help it be done even sooner, and as soon as FM24, because that is one big thing that has been done by a lot of people this year in the FM community, is that we have gotten tired of these Newgen Faces. We don't want them looking like these weirdos with bug eyes and mohawks and all this stuff. That's just highly unrealistic at this point. So we want it to at least be somewhat realistic, and AI definitely helps with that. Coming out at number 4 is set piece overhaul. The set pieces have been the same for years now, whether it be defending or it be the attacking scenarios. Everything is the same. It looks very basic, very bland. A majority of people say, all right, the set pieces are really overpowered. They even try and nerf them because how overpowered they can be, but it's because you either aim it at the near post or the far post, maybe edge box sometimes, but if you implement some big time changes, that can definitely change. Plenty of people have been asking for this as well, so it's not like it's anything new to the community, but I definitely think at minimum, the implementing set piece coaches to be hired to where your team can actually become pretty good at set pieces if they are on the lower end of things when it comes to set piece execution. I definitely think that that could be a little bit of a help, or even just allowing us to have multiple different type of set piece setups. As I mean, you can have 3 different tactics. There's three tactic slots, so why not have 3 different attacking slots for the right side, 3 for the left side, and be able to really go in depth and change on the fly depending on the scenario in the game. Next up, we have international management coming in at number 5. International management, it's probably the most boring part of FM. It is something that is very special, especially when people are watching the World Cup, when they're watching the Euros, when they're watching whatever it may be. They want to be able to really feel into it. And with how it is currently, it is the most cut and paste type thing that there is within FM. You want international management to have that same sort of effect on you that taking your non-league side to the Premier League does. But currently, it really doesn't, because a majority of people, if they do international management, they might do it for one World Cup cycle and then that's it. Just implement a few different things to make it more entertaining, especially training to where you can actually have a side that knows what the heck they're going to be doing. Coming in at 6 is a transfer refresh. Now, we did just get some new implementations, I believe it was last year's FM, to the transfer window. We have transfer deadline day now, and that was a pretty cool addition, but there could definitely be more done to it, because it's still very, very bland. There are games like FIFA that go really in depth with their transfers to where you have like media stories or little videos, or have it to where you get to see the player doing their physical, or you get to meet them in a restaurant to sign their contracts and meet with the agents and whatnot. And if we can just have little things that makes it feel more real, or to where there's at least like how Fabrizio Romano kind of breaks it down on, okay, personal terms have been reached, and then, all right, terms have been reached with the team, and then boom, here we go. Like, you have that process happen, whether it be just in media posts within the media area within FM, or you have little cutscenes here and there now, because I definitely believe with the investment that is being put into FM now, that maybe some of these things could become reality sooner rather than later. Coming in at number 7 is choosing sponsorships. This is one that I think is probably way more doable than the next 3 that are on this list, I would say. When we choose sponsorships, or when we are offered sponsorship deals, we don't really get a choice. It's just, okay, you have a new kit sponsor, you have a new TV deal, you have a new stadium sponsor, and we don't know who it is, what type it is. We don't know anything. We don't get to choose whether it's local, a major business, whatever. If we could be presented with options, I think that would be great, because we could actually have an impact on our financial future at our club. Way back in the day, FIFA, once again, did something like this as well. But even if it's as simple as, okay, you have 3 options. You have a local business, you have a big tech company, and then a worldwide conglomerate. 3 different options on, okay, this is what we're willing to pay. Do you want to go with this one or this one? And it's not really name brands, because once again, there would probably be a bunch of licensing that would go into that. But if it can just be little things like that to where you feel a little bit more invested, I think that it would add to everyone's FM story, and everyone would absolutely love this addition. Number 8, variety and tactics. So to show you what I mean by variety and tactics, we are here on the tactics screen, and what exactly do I mean by it? Because we do have some variety in tactics. We're able to have 3 different tactic slots. But what if we were able to not just have, okay, this is how we see it, this is how it is when we are attacking. We play in this 4-3-3. This is also how we are in our defensive formation. But if you have certain roles that allow for players to play differently, technically speaking, my 4-3-3 right here that you see is a 3-4-3, because this halfback drops back into the back line and these 2 wingbacks come up to play with the central midfielders. So you don't really, or beginners at least, don't really understand that when it comes to FM. So if you are able to have 3 attacking tactic slots and then 3 defensive formation tactic slots, you can dictate how you look going forward and how you look in defense. Because if you want to play with a 4-3-3 going forward, but you want to defend in a 4-4-2, you have to do a lot of manipulating to the roles to be able to do that. And like I said, there would probably be a lot of work that would have to go into doing this, but I definitely think that if we can have some variety to these tactics, it would make the tactics scene way, way better. Coming at number 9, we have in-game announcer. So whether you're playing something like Call of Duty or FIFA, maybe even Madden or NBA 2K, there's announcers in the games. Whether if it's Call of Duty, you're calling in a kill streak, or if it's FIFA, they're calling out the play-by-play. They have announcers within the game. Now that is, once again, something that would probably be a big-time cost for SI, and something that probably isn't realistic as of right now for FM24, but maybe come FM25, FM26, and in the future, maybe that could be done. And there is someone that I definitely do have in mind for this to be done. I think that he would definitely be up for it, because he has done commentary and he entertains people weekly with videos and on Twitch, and that's Zealand. I think that Zealand could definitely be able to do this, and while it's not a big name person like Peter Drury, I definitely think that someone like Zealand, or even Tom FM, who does commentary for Lincoln City, could definitely be able to help them implement this sooner rather than later. Plus, they don't have to outsource at that point, and that allows creators to really have an impact on the game. Coming in at number 10, this is probably my favorite one, and probably the most unrealistic one out there, and one that would take hellas to get done. But stadium customization. So we can create a club within FM. You can also create it within the editor. But one thing you don't get to decide is how your stadium looks. You can decide how your kit looks. It's very basic. Same thing with your club crest. but you don't get to dictate how your logo works. You kind of put in like a background, and then that kind of auto generates what stadium you get, whether it's got a jumbotron in the corner, you got a tower in the right corner, or got a bunch of hot dog stands around, maybe some brick walls, but you don't really get to decide, other than the seat color, what it looks like. Now, there's two games that I think they could take some inspiration from, being that there is going to be a new graphics engine coming. It may allow for something like this to be done. Those two games are NHL and FIFA. In FIFA, you can dictate, all right, this is the type of stadium that I want. You get a broad selection of the stadiums, and then once you find one that you like, you select it, and then boom, there it is. It switches to exactly how it is. You can then choose, all right, I want this type of seating color, or you get a whole bunch of different options. You can even change to how the pattern on the pitch is, which I think would be absolutely awesome. But in NHL, what I really want to highlight about it is that when you score a goal, it's kind of just, everyone kind of goes crazy. There's nothing that gets shut off like pyro or anything. Well, over here in the MLS, as of late, a lot of teams have been using like smoke machines or whatnot behind the net. And that is something that NHL has. You can have a fire machine, you can have a smoke machine, you can even have a frickin' Tesla coil in there. And with this new graphics engine that's coming to FM25, it is used for city skylines. And they actually do have football stadiums within the game. So I definitely think that this is something that could be done. There's probably a lot that would have to go into it, but if they can get some inspiration from other games and maybe try and implement a version of it, I think that this would be an absolute home run for them and would allow people to build their own stadiums within the save, instead of just, okay, we got a random one named after a random player. This is how it looks now, and I got no choice over it. But that is my top 10 features that I would like to see implemented come FM24, FM25. Let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys would like to see implemented come FM24 and FM25, because they are talking up FM24 big time right now and are thinking that it's going to be a big time success. So hopefully it is. Fingers crossed that it is. But yeah, if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please feel free, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.